Welcome to Bag K, front shock assembly. Let's start out by cutting open the bags and emptying out all the contents onto the table in front of us so we'll have all we need to complete this build, paying special attention to not lose anything as they all are essential to completing it effectively. Let's start out by grabbing a shock body and a smaller O-ring. Placed it at the bottom. Let's follow that with the blue shock spacer. Follow that with the black shock spacer. One more blue shock spacer. A flat adjustment collar, and then the larger black shock cap. Let's twist down tightly so we get a snug fit on the shock body. Next, we want to construct our piston. So let's grab hold of the shock shaft and the piston disc. Make sure the numbers are facing up as we fix it onto the shaft, securing it in place with a small screw, which we apply thread lock to. Get it really tight, let's grab hold of a pair of pliers, clamp down on the shaft, and twist until we get a snug fit. Let's apply a little bit of grease or oil to the shock shaft so that when we slide it through the body, it doesn't catch hold of any of the rubberized spacer parts. Let's fit our shock boot, or leg warmer, as I like to call it, onto the shock along with the threaded shock collar. Let's fix the shock end onto the base by holding on tightly with a pair of pliers to the shaft and spinning, creating appropriate distance from the body of the shock to the end of the secure shaft piece. Let's add our CST oil, 400 to be exact, and let's pump the shaft about 4 times before placing the cap on it with the bleeder screw inserted. Inside of the cap goes the larger black O-ring. Here, let's secure the bleeder screw in place by placing the bottom of the shaft all the way up as high as it'll go and then locking that screw down, being mindful not to over tighten. And let's pump the shaft of the body about 20 times and release the bleeder screw by holding it all the way up. If no oil comes out, great. Let's repress on the bottom shaft all the way up into the body of the shock and get all the air out before reapplying the bleeder screw. Let's pull it down, place the shock body on, the ends followed with the pivot ball and the shock collar bushing. And we have completed shock assembly.